But what I wanted to talk about with you is buying and selling, owners wanting to sell and maybe buy. Our industry is getting a little bit older. Not everybody has family in the business. Some do, some don't. Some want to be in, some don't want to know from it. Um, but when I talk to other printers and I say to them, "Hey, what's your plan? Are you thinking of selling? What are you doing?" They could be late 50s in their 60s, and a lot of them are like, "I don't know." I said, "Have you spoken to anybody?" They're like, "No." And I just know from my own experience that when you want to go through the process, there's a lot to it. It's not just deciding that you want to sell, right? And then call
Right.
somebody. And I would also say it's not something where two owners really get together to try to do the deal. It's my experience was it's always easier to have somebody fresh, from outside the circle assisting.
Well, I'm definitely a believer in having an intermediary involved because that's the business I'm in, and it works. And we're busy. So I know there's a need for it. It's a proven model. Uh, However, there are occasions where one owner knows another owner for many years and they maybe have friendly competition, and they can do a transaction. So that does occur. It's
Harder though.
it's less common, and uh, what happens sometimes is the transaction doesn't happen, and then the seller finds themselves a year or two behind the schedule that they intended because they burnt up time really trying to do it on their own. So we do get some do-it-yourselfers that then come to us and say, "Hey, this didn't work." Um, and curiously enough, sometimes the buyer that they were working with will actually end up being the buyer. But after you run a process, the buyer knows there's a competitive environment. They know there's professional advisory services, and so they kind of get going and make an offer that makes sense. So an advisor can simply actually help the process through motivation. So
Yeah. And the other thing with the advisor is, I think it just most importantly, it keeps the emotions down because when people are owners, they could be quite emotional about how their business is and how they see it.